Why wasn't this in any of the history books that I read in high school? Oh, I live in Utah. Okay, that explains it.
You're a computer at NASA. They let women handle that sort of...
Yes, it's an uphill battle.
Yes, they let women do some things at NASA, Mr. Johnson. And it's not because we wear skirts. It's because we wear glasses.
Hidden Figures is directed by Theodore Melty and stars Taraji P. Henson, Octavia Spencer, and Janelle Monáe as the first three women to actually help in assisting the NASA program to really get anybody into space. It wouldn't have happened without these three women, particularly our main character, Catherine. Catherine basically has a Good Will Hunting style of intelligence. She gets brought on by NASA to assist in verifying the launch equations that their scientists are working on. A mathematician or a computer is what they actually called them back then. This was a time where we really didn't have computers. They were actually just wheeling out the first IBM ever made. We needed people like this to be able to get the equations verified, make sure that they're correct, so that we'd be able to get a man up to space without him just exploding on impact or however it would happen. With that IBM machine, Octavia Spencer is also battling with trying to help her and her coworkers not be obsolete by a computer, because that actually was a huge concern back in the day of computers taking over jobs, which through this we get to see one of the coolest stories that I never heard of before, and I hope that this will help you guys be able to go and see it and enjoy this, because Hidden Figures was a pretty awesome movie. The performances, first of all, by all three of these women were incredible. I loved watching each and every one of their stories be pushed through a continuous narrative, a through line that revolves around NASA and what it took to get a man up into space. And that was the other really awesome thing. This really showed the weight of what the space race was for America and how it really meant a lot to people. This was something that I wasn't born in during that time, and so hearing about the space race and just how much was at risk to do this is pretty incredible. Just felt like a more inspiring time back then. Also, in a lot of these movies where they have the main characters be female, a lot of the writers for these types of movies like to just kind of make the male characters one-dimensional and kind of dumb. They never are good human beings in these movies, and that is an exception for this movie. They did a great job with all of their characters. Mahershala Ali from Moonlight and from Luke Cage also does a great job in this movie. Kevin Costner as Catherine's boss, that's kind of propelling her to get the equations needed and inspiring her. Genuinely, this movie is inspiring, and it's very genuine in how it handles all of the characters in the movie. However, this film reminded me a lot of movies like The Butler or Remember the Titans, where they were very inspiring, very good stories, but at the same time, it does feel a little bit in some moments that it was more of like a Hollywoodized interpretation of what actually happened, and I would have been way more interested in seeing what happened in real life, and I'm sure they do that in a lot of parts. Some of the supporting performances, like Jim Parsons, kind of the second in command to Kevin Costner's character, that really just tries to ruin any chance of Catherine to get any equations done right. He basically sets her up with a job that has all the limitations and that is withholding information to do the job correctly. His performance kind of just, I don't think he's ever going to get away from the Sheldon. As well as Kirsten Dunst, I don't think that she did a very good job in this. Her accent kind of kept slipping back and forth. When she was in, she has the same face all the time. In every movie that she does, it's always, I don't know, she doesn't have, what am I doing? I had a great time watching Hidden Figures. I think it's an important film that everybody needs to go and see. This is going to be an inspiring movie to all people, not just women or the African American community. This is an inspiring movie overall about people coming together. For Hidden Figures, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. So guys, tell me what you thought of Hidden Figures. Whatever you thought, leave your comments down below. I'd love to hear them. Let me know if you want to see any other Oscar films reviewed. We got to get a lot done before the Oscars come out, and I'm very excited for that. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate every view, and I will see you at the next review.